Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Okay, here's my entry into October's DMC challenge. Anything with 4 wheels or more. So Matchbox, Scammel, Contractor, Truck Cab. Very play worn, missing a few tyres. Obviously it's the tractor unit of what I think was a logger. I've not got the trailer, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to do this as a racing truck. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Look forward to seeing you on this one. Well, here is our Scammel tractor with its logging mechanism on the back. Exhaust is intact, horns are intact, glass looks good. Maybe a bit missing off the top of that post there. That's not going to affect it, I can just file the other one down for effect. Nice lights. Some sort of decal, not a lot. Here we are. Made in England by Lesney, Matchbox king size Scammel tractor. So the first thing is, let's get it apart. Dug in. Being very careful to not put it down on this side and bend that. Something to pry it open with. Right, I think we've got it now. Certainly at the back. Not sure about the front yet. Just a bit more on the front. Right, I've just managed to pull the front off as well. There's a little piece of glass in there. I'm not sure why that was in there. Maybe a strengthener for the base. You can see just the 2 posts. 3 if you count the one for the log unit. Probably going to fill that in, to be honest. Right, let's see if we can get the glass off. Now I think the little rivet you can see in there will be holding on the air horns as well. And just seeing how the exhaust's attached. I'm not sure how we're going to get that out. A bit twisting and twiddling, I suspect. Anyway, we'll have a look at that later. Let's just try and get that glass out. No movement yet, it's just a matter of keeping going. Let's see if we've got it free. It's very stubborn indeed. Okay, got a bit of movement on the air horn. I think we're getting close. Try and twist it with our fingers. Off she comes. The glass should now pop out, he said. Doesn't want to. Wonder if it's been glued in somehow. Don't think they do that at the factory. can see it's K10. You can just see the number there on the glass. I think she might be clipped in a bit. Anyway, I'll struggle with that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, just some clips there. I just managed to get my thumbnail behind it, pull it out, and it's a tidy little glass unit. Not a lot needs doing to that. So now we're left with the awkward exhaust, which seems to twist a bit. Ah, there we go. One awkward exhaust. Just got to take off the axles. There we have it. Not sure what that piece of glass was for. Grinding tool here. Right, this is the side for this one. Yep, tyres come off first, so it needs a bit more. There's one off. Tyres off. Oops. There we go. Sure which end's the loose end on this one. Push it through as far as I can. Okay, we've got the wheels off, the axles off. Okay, I thought all the axles were the same, but now I've managed to get them off. The front axle is a bit shorter. Got to be careful with that. Okay, we're just going to actually drill the post before we put it in the car stick. Okay, the posts are drilled, slightly damaged one there. It's not going to matter. Just a matter of getting it in the car stick. Some nice detailing on this model. Springs, petrol tank, foot thing to climb into the cab hinges. Ah, got to get the radiator out. Good job I went to check over the model. Probably lobbed it in and realised afterwards. So sometimes these plastics do survive the car stick. So I think that is just a matter of pushing that out. See if I can find a punch. Let's give it a knock with that punch. Hopefully that's pushed it out a bit. Let's try and give it a push with that. Ah, there she goes. Another bit saved. And now we're ready for the car stick. Right, our casting's part way through polishing. I just wanted to show you, it is the, try and get that in focus, it's the K10 pipe truck. There's a bit more polishing to do. Resorted to the Dremel. It's coming up nicely, nothing bad on the casting. The base plate only covers the cab. I can show that. Okay, I'm just off to grind the hook off the back of here with the multi-tool. Right, as you can see, the hook is off. in the end, the quickest way was this hand file. So now I'm just filing it flat. Maybe a flat file. One new thing I've got is these buffing wheels, which are quite nice. They're in a couple of different colours, and this is the first time I've tried them, so let's see how we go. I've only got the drill on number 2 or number 3. As you can see, quite nice, and to be honest, there are some bits coming off, but they're not going to stick in my arm or my jumper. So I'd say a bit of a success. So all that remains to do now, we've polished that up quite nicely. I'll just spot it a bit more. So that's polished up quite nicely. One thing I have noticed on the truck, I don't know if you can see it, is there we are, Scammel written on the hood there. What a nice touch. Hope we don't lose that in paint. About to paint our truck blue gloss. This will be the second time it's been painted. The first colour went really well, and then I sprayed primer back over the clear coat. So let's hope we don't do that this time. Well, as you can see, that has gone on really nice. Brilliant. Black gloss. Do want it to be a nice shiny truck. Just about to do some painting on the wheels, the exhaust stack, the horns of our truck. I was thinking of leaving it silver, but I've decided that blue and black's going to be quite dramatic, I hope. Now for the stack. On done, so I'm going to do the wheels, but I'm only going to do one side. Okay, Scammel Contractor is out of the blue paint and she's looking good. So we've just got some detailing to do now, which will be the rear springs, which you can see here, petrol tanks either side, and the Scammel sign at the front. So we're going to get started with that using black satin. Since I've got myself some new brushes, I've improved my technique a bit. I'm more likely to turn to the brush now than the pen. Now the ideal of a Scammel Contractor truck, tractor unit as a sports wagon is probably making people who know trucks seriously question my sanity, because the Scammel came in various guises. It is a heavy hauler. 1961 I think they started to be made. Various engines. I think the most popular I read was a Cummins diesel engine, 18 litres, 2 or 3 gearbox options, I think 2, giving it a top speed of 50 miles per hour. The thing is though, it never needed that speed, because its primary purpose was to haul loads weighing around 100 tonnes, and they move pretty slow. So the idea of it as a sports wagon in sort of Jeremy Clarkson Top Gear style is really a bit of a joke, a non-starter, but I want to do a proper sports wagon, and I had to do this for the DMC challenge, a more than 4-wheeler. I thought, why not do a Scammel in a colour and a design that you never have seen it in. And today I think there are some on the roads, but I'd be hardly surprised if anybody painted them bright blue. I might even be putting some Go Faster stripes on it. So all you commercial truck guys who like watching these videos, I hope you don't mind me doing something just a bit off the beaten track, because I'm sure these Scammels probably have a big following. Now I've got another Scammel Contractor. This was a pipe truck, K10, but my other Scammel Contractor, that's the tipper truck, which would have been a large quarry tipper truck. I'm thinking of doing that as a replica to Jeremy Clarkson's sport wagon, sport truck, which was all white with blue Go Fast stripes. So, dare to be a bit different. There we are. Well, here we are on final assembly. It's always good to get this far. Not a difficult one, this, really. Just me bodging up the paint earlier on caused a problem. So, let's get on with it. Now, the air horns, they no longer come through the glass because I've had a bit of a test fitting. So I just need a bit of super glue around there. All I've done is put a bit of super glue around the edge, just put a cocktail stick in there and do that. And that should be enough. That cocktail stick goes straight in the bin. We can put our air horns on. And they're in position. Let's give that a few seconds to hold. I do like the black on blue effect. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm glad I went with that. So I'll just put that on its side for a minute before we put the glass in. While we're waiting for the air horn glue to dry, we can get some wheels on axles, etc. Now, one axle is shorter than the other, as you can see, and that's the front axle. So I'll just get some tyres on hubs. It's pretty nippy this morning. Oops. Got a spare wheel there, spare tyre. Some go in a bit firmer than others, hence I've got a spare in case one was so loose it wasn't worth putting on. Right, just put that to one side. Okay, next thing to go is the grill. Should be quite easy, just pushes in, I hope. So there goes the grill, and I felt that firmly go into place, the grill, so that's good. There she is, looking rather nice. Next is the glass. Now the glass clipped into place, so we shouldn't have any problems with that. And I think you heard that click there. So the glass is in, no glue required. Looking good. Okay, we've got to put this little exhaust stack in next. Now it was a tricky little thing to get out, so I imagine it's going to be a tricky little thing to get back in. So I think I have to push that in. There she goes, clicked. That goes down, then that comes back and she's in. Now it did flop about before and I'm not happy about that, to be honest. So I might just put a bit of glue on that. Correct. What I want to do before I put the glue on is get this exhaust stack correctly, firmly lined up. And there it is. This is quite thick, this super glue I've got here, so should be okay with that. I'll have to leave that for a minute or two. Now I found this. It's in the box, didn't see it because it's clear. That goes on there. The back wheel hub goes through there, that side. So we're just waiting for the glue to dry. Okay, let's move on to a bit of axle fitting. So this needs to be in first, around that post, and this axle actually goes over there. Now and that's in there. You saw that go in there, and that has put a bit of spring on that. What I will do is just check the video before I go any further. Okay, that is in the right position there. So what we can do is put the all the wheels on. I just pen the inside of these hubs and the pens come off, but you're not going to see them. I didn't want to paint them in case it stopped free and easy movement. Let's just check before we pin that. We've got the horn on, we've got the glass in, we've got the stack on, got the front grille in, we've got this in. We're ready to pin the axle. We're ready to go. I've got a bit of card just over the top of that metal. Got my punch with a rounded out end, which I'll put over there. I'll have to hold the whole lot together. Sorry if you can't see that. It's difficult because I've got to hold the whole thing. Actually, I could do this direct with a hammer. Right, the first axle's on, so go for the second one. You don't want to see all that hammering, do you? So let's go in for the second axle here. Through she comes. 2 hubs. I'm not happy with that tyre. That's far too loose a tyre. What I'll do is I'll just move that out of the way while I push these on. Right, that's a firm fit. Quite like firm fit because it means I don't have to pin it as much. So that one now needs a bit of light hammering around it. And they were quite stiff to put on in the first place, those hubs, so that ain't gonna come off. Can't pull that off actually. So now we're on to the front. Just put it all down, and it's quite a stiff fit anyway. This ain't gonna come off. And if you remember, I did have trouble getting them off before. So that's free and easy running. So we're just going to give that a little knock. Got to be careful we don't chip the paint here because we're quite close either side. So that's one for the punch. Right. Hey, tyres come off. I've got some loose tyres. I've tried 4 tyres on here now. They're all a bit loose. What I might have to do is just glue one in or find a better one. Anyway, you can always put that on at the end. Just putting the base on, trying to get it squared up. You can hear that click. Now that is causing a springing effect, and that is gonna want to push this out when I get the rivets in. See, the front wants to pop up. Anyway, it's the rivets next. Maybe a elastic band or a bit of masking tape around there to hold it. We're on with the rivets. Now I've had to cut them back down a bit, not a lot. But first thing is, as normal, bit of super glue into there. That's the first one in, and I'm going to have to hold this here till these take a grip. Right, there's both rivets in. Probably didn't see that second one go in. Camera was turned a bit away, and I'm going to have to hold that there for a few minutes. As you can see, these tyres are a bit loose in places, but can always put a bit of glue in on them. The back ones are okay now they're on. It's this front one that was loose, so I'll get a new tighter one on there. There's our little truck, ready for a bit more detailing, primarily decals and a bit of polish where my fingerprints have been, because I did have to hold rather tightly on to get that base plate stuck. So next time you see her, we'll be on with some decals. Okay, first decal is a front number plate. It's just an old one I had lying around from a previous project. It's not looking too bad, perhaps not quite straight. There we go. It's the front one done. Got one for the back now. Let's put the back number plate on. There we go. Now a few sponsors, decals. Just try this one on the front. I think that's gonna go quite well. The other option would have been to put it on the back. Of course, could always cut out another one for the back. See what we've got. Right, just need to get that centered up. Just needs to move over this way a bit. As you can see, I'm looking from the top and that looks okay to me. Let's try and get rid of that water. Right, doesn't look too bad. Get a bit of Microsol on that. That's moved even with that slightest touch. Right, leave that to set. Got a little shell one for the back. Here we go. Let's get that lined up. And that looks pretty good off the bat, really. think that it's maybe slightly high at the left. Now it looks wonky down at the left. It's maybe the way I've cut it. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, we're just putting our racing number on. You may recognise it off the Lesney Lotus, as Martin dares say. You don't throw anything away. I made a few of those. So that's in the middle of the door there. There's a blob of water there. God knows where that came from. Right, that wheel's come off the other side again. I'm going to glue that on in a second. There she is. Okay, we're on with the second number. There she goes. And around a bit. There we go. That one's done. And our truck is nearly finished. Next time you see her, she'll be on the turntable. Okay, this is what we started with. Matchbox Scammel tractor unit. Well play one. Missing a few tyres. I haven't got the trailer, so it's ideal for this month's DMC challenge. Let's see how we got on with it. Well, there is our race truck, race wagon, number 19, sponsored by Marlboro Shell and Verodo. Private number plate, black detailing, silver headlights, door handles, which I did off camera. I hope you like her. I enjoyed doing her. Since then I have got a low loader trailer I can put on the back of this, so might do a little short video just on getting that up to speed if it fits. It's been a pleasure to do this one. Quite enjoyed it. Bit of fun for doing the DMC challenge in October. Do like these sort of things. Go off the beaten track, do a bit of customization. I'm hoping to do a few more race trucks, ones that hopefully will do a bit more speed than 50 miles per hour. So have a good weekend. Please like and subscribe if you can. It doesn't cost anything to do so. And I look forward to seeing you the next time on the channel. Goodbye. There she is, in the bottom left, the blue race truck.